Welcome back, Wolfpack Relis here, and this is how to use Huntail. So now we're up to Huntail. Huntail, it's going to be a really interesting Pokemon to look at because it has the same stats as Gorebyss, except for the attack and special attack. That the hit points, defense, special defense, and speed are the same. And since we've seen Gorebyss as a Shell Smash Pokemon, we can kind of already see that Huntail is going to be lesser in a lot of ways. That unless you're doing dedicated Smash Pass, it's the same, in which case, do you like Huntail more, do you like Gorebyss more? Doesn't really matter if you're just playing like a tanky setup to get another Pokemon going with Shell Smash, but if you're playing it offensively, Huntail has much less special attack, and then even the attack is lower than Gorebyss' special attack, so it really doesn't play out too much. Water type again, weaknesses, resistances, we already saw them, so let's just hop into Pokemon Showdown, where Huntail, it's really interesting to break down. Because not only is having lesser attack a bad start, but also because physical attacks just do less damage. That Waterfall, 80 base power, but Surf does more, Hydro Pump does much more, and Scald has that chance to burn on top of it. So even then, we have less attack, and we're doing less base damage. That Ice Fang only has 65 power, while having really good coverage. Ice Beam is much safer because it doesn't proc Rough Skin on Garchomp, and it also just has higher base damage, same with Blizzard. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is the only thing that really gets added here. It has that priority, but still, Sucker Punch on a non-stab hit with 104 even boosted attack, not going to find you many KOs, so Huntail, even with the Shell Smash, has very low KO potential. Using it for Focus Sash, doubling that attack, even Waterfall has some hard times finding some really solid neutral hits against bulkier Pokemon, so you're not looking at the KO potential, so which means we're going to have to do something else with Huntail. Again, White Herb, like with Gorebyss, you can do some kind of like speedy setup, max speed, go Baton Pass, Shell Smash, and just try to smash pass it out. You can also carry that substitute, have some kind of fallback move like Sucker Punch, and it's just kind of, I could see Huntail maybe winning a game in the most hilarious way. Like Huntail's last Pokemon, their last Pokemon is some kind of Focus Sash, so they're at 1 hit points and you just bring in the Sucker Punch. And that's really the most that Huntail is going to have on top of Gorebyss. Other than that, same defenses, same setup ideas. Blizzard, Hydro Pump. Like even then, you can run Huntail Special. Special Shell Smash Huntail is going to be better offensively because of those high base damages, but then you're just playing 21 special attack points less than Gorebyss. So it really doesn't make any sense, unless you really enjoy Huntail as your favorite Pokemon, in which case go for it. Now Huntail, I found a couple little things that Huntail can do though. You can use it as some kind of Confuse Ray, Icy Wind, Super Fang support in doubles. Now hear me out, this is where it gets crazy and technical, because with the speed, you cannot boost the speed, get it into some rain, so that's why we have Politoed here. Politoed will double its speed. Icy Wind, for that, this after using Icy Wind, now you outspeed those 135 base speed Pokemon. Now you get a lot of really good speed priorities on top of things, and you can be some crazy support. Super Fang, cut your opponent's attack in half before they even get a chance to attack you back once you have that speed set up. Confuse Ray, confuse the target. They might hit themselves, cool things will happen. Scald, throw down a burn, get some extra damage. With this, tough call. You can go Focus Sash, that way just in case you get hit, you at least get your Icy Wind off, then you can start doing a support. Or you can just go for super tankiness. That you can run that Bold Nature, go a little into physical and then a lot more into special, and now you're kind of balancing out. You can take a lot of hits, run that Citrus Berry. Run that Citrus Berry and you're good to go. Or you can even go Leftovers. Leftovers, take off the Scald, and go for Protect. Now you can have some outplay potential, you get a little bit of sustain, and this is where it gets technical. Politoed. You want to run Choice Scarf Politoed. With this set specifically, 20 EVs into speed. Because that means after the Scarf, after the Icy Wind, now you're going to also be outspeeding with Politoed on that level. So now you can Scarf yourself into, something crazy. You can go Blizzard. Scarf Blizzard has a lot of damage. Since you'll have Rain set up, Scarf Surf has some damage potential, but you're going to be chipping into your Huntail. You can also go with Hydro Pump. So you do have you can also bring Scald yourself. So I mean, now you can run Special Attack, Modest, huge damage, huge Rain boost, getting some support from Huntail. And this might be a really nifty combo because of that Swift Swim. And then also in singles, Huntail can sit up on its own. That Coil Rest, Aqua Tail Crunch. That's kind of all I've got because you can go high special defense, and then high hit points, have Coil boost your defense, set up tank. Then you can just rest, wake up, Chesto Resto, Aqua Tail, and try to hurt opponents, and it might work out. You can also maybe even go with Sleep Talk, Rest Talking it. Rest Talk, a little more interesting because Aqua Tail can get walled out, can make it really tough on you because if they have a Water Absorb Pokemon, you're kind of boned. So, not, it's riskier, but it's riskier but more consistent at the same time because Rest Talk A lot more reliable to set up Coils and Aqua Tails, but you do have the risk of getting walled out. And then with the Aqua Tail, it's really nice because Coil raises accuracy, so that means the lower accuracy of Aqua Tail will eventually become really high at some point. And that's really all I've got for Huntail. So try to look at it for a much more supportive, unique kind of Pokemon doubles. Not going to be an offensive Shell Smash, but can still Smash Pass as good as Gorebyss. So pretty much everything I said about dedicated Smash Passing works with Huntail. Offensively, it's just worse. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing. That's why I decided to split up the videos, because I tried it in one video, and it felt like a little too much information. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you all have a nice day.